Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Good afternoon. You're welcome to another edition of Google Hangout. My name is Oluchi, and today we're going to be talking about the recent happenings in Enugu State. What happened to Clara Chime and everything, the implication of her detention and everything. But first of all, I'd like to meet you formally. Okay, so I'll start with you. Yeah, can you guys introduce yourself, please? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, can you introduce yourselves, please?
okay. I'm Sonny, calling from Dubai. Can
Sorry,
hear
where are you
you.
calling from?
From Dubai.
From Dubai. Okay, thanks for
Yeah,
joining.
you're welcome.
Um, where is he's disappeared. Where is Hannibal? He's disappeared. Okay, Sonia,
He's
I think
lost.
I'll start with you. Topic of our discussion today is about Enugu First Lady. I'm sure you are aware of what happened.
Yeah,
Okay, so what's your take on it? Do you think it was um, it was an unlawful act? What do you think?
yeah. I saw the write up on the online on the about where this our uh, senior advocate of Nigeria. Hello, can you hear me? Was talking about our health issue and how our husband held her captive inside his government are. So I think it's not lawful. Is the wrong thing for him to do. If she's really feeling as they claim that she is not okay, if she is not feeling fine, it's for him to give her to appropriate authority like hospital for them to take proper care of her than putting her in his own custody. So I think it's very wrong thing for a person in that high profile to do. That's my take on it.
Okay, do you think Nigerians bleed out of proportion since it's a family matter? Do you think um, Nigerians went about it the right way?
Yeah, it's a family issue, but the governor in question should know that he's not a family man. He's the number one citizen in the state, and his wife is also the first lady of the state. So whatever he is doing, he should also consider that he is the public figure in that state. So for him to do it the way he go about it is very wrong. Because even Nigeria have to go about it because a lot of cases like this are taking place in the country, and if people don't cry out to stop this out of human rights against human rights, so it's going to go a long way of maltreating these big men, maltreating their wives. So I think it's right thing for Nigerians to do. It's good that they go about the issue and try to let the public aware of it so that in the future these kind of things won't repeat themselves.
Okay, but are you aware that there's been speculations that she's mental or she has a psychiatric problem? Do you feel it's true or it's a lie? Because her family members say she's okay, but her husband says she has mental problems. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I saw it on the news when she moved out of the government house, and her family also refute that their daughter is okay. And the governor himself is not a medical doctor to declare his wife uh, uh, that she is not okay, she is not sound in terms of her mind and all that. I don't want to call that name psychiatric or stuff like that. So for him to declare he's not a medical doctor, if she's not feeling okay health-wise, it's for doctors to give that judgment, not him himself. So I don't think he has so far taken the right step on the issue. I can hear you.
I said, at the point, the Human Rights Commission stepped into the matter, and right now they haven't given a report on her case. They said um, they're going to have a meeting sometime in December. So, what do you think? Do you think they have, because they are keeping mute about the whole issue, but the women's group have said that it was a violation of her right. Do you think really it's a violation of her right, or you think her husband is acting based on what he's saying?
Is first of all is violation of our right because for you to keep somebody under your custody, keep our phones away from her and our laptop away from her is a violation of law first and foremost. Because hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yeah, because I think it's a violation because she, according to the claim and what we have seen so far, she is, I think, medically fit because for her to write to Mr. Felana that our senior advocate of Nigeria that she is in a very uh, bad condition. If they don't come to her rescue, she can give up there. For her to write off that clear way, I don't think she is in a very uh, she is not medically fit because if she wouldn't, she will not even have thinking of that. They keep her in a place where she don't even have right to freedom, right of association, right of meeting with people. So I think it's a big violation of human rights and that of the woman in question.
Okay, we have a guest, and her name is Yinka. I have a guest with me, and her name is Yinka, and she's going to be talking about the same issue. Yinka, you're welcome.
Hello everyone. Can you
You're
see?
welcome.
Oh, some person okay. Hi, hello.
Hello, you're welcome.
Sunny. Hi, Sunny.
So,
I'm
Yinka,
good, and you?
you've heard everything that has happened in Enugu State.
Yeah.
What's your take on it? Do you feel her rights have been violated?
Yes, in a way, but if you look at on both sides, I'm trying not to be a feminist here. I know every woman would hear the story and go like, "What? Why did you do that?" Or that's cheating or whatever it is. Well, if you look at it from both angles, reading the guy's story, he says the governor's story says she was actually she went into depression and he didn't want her to embarrass herself, he didn't want her to disgrace herself, so he had to lock her up. So looking at that, it makes a lot of sense. But now it comes to sitting both parties down and hearing the real story because we're only reading from blogs and from papers. We don't really know what if there's something in between that someone's not saying. So I can't really say, but just looking at it from what we've read, of course our rights have been violated.
Did you feel okay? Because we also hear that there are some governors that treat their wives the same way. Is there a link between it and domestic violence?
Of course, there's a link between that and domestic violence. If you're being locked up, Number one, there are different types of domestic violence. If you're married and your husband isn't seeing you, that's violence. That is violating your rights. If you're married and is refusing to do what he's supposed to do, have sex with you and all of that, whether we like it or not, it's violence. Because if you want your needs to be satisfied, and he has the means of doing it, he's not paralyzed. He can do the do, and he's not doing it. That's a problem. That's it can affect them. A woman can go into depression because of that. So there are so many ways. And in this case, she's been locked up. She said she had to look for means to get word out there to tell people that there's really something going on that we
But her
don't know
husband is
about.
saying her husband is saying that she has a psychiatric problem. Her people
Yes.
are saying she's fine. Who do you think
But
is
I did,
lying?
like I read the story from Sahara, and at the end of the day, at the end of the story, they still wrote it down there that it still comes down to the fact that she was depressed, and definitely she was hallucinating. So if she's depressed and the governor said, because immediately she put word out there, he just released them like, I'm not holding you. You can go to your father's house. I'll put people there to secure you. So do you really think he will lock her up? And once she came out to say, oh, this man is locking me up, even in a young child, it's just putting word out there. We need to keep putting words out there. We need to encourage children in to the barest minimum, wherever it is it TV, wherever, whatever means of communication. We need to communicate to even the 1 year old, the little babies out there, so people can know that, oh, there's someone out there to talk to. If you can't reach someone, talk to someone that is close to you. Talk to someone that is around. Someone around. There's always someone that is playing with you on the street that likes you. Even if you don't have a parent, there's someone there that will be willing to listen. Tell that person. I'm sure the person will pick it up. So that's what we need to encourage the people that are willing to help. We need to encourage people that are being molested. We need to encourage people that are being abused to want to come out and do something. Because we are at the stage where someone who's been abused doesn't want to come out. Someone who's been abused is scared of what's going to happen. So once we hold the government do something about the NGOs or whatever, if you can put more organizations out there to help all those people, they'll be more willing to come out. They'll be willing to come out if they know that, oh, I'm secure. The government is going to take care of me. They'll come out. People will come out.
Okay, so on the final note, so what's your advice to women that can't speak up and are going through um, domestic violence, emotional abuse? What's your advice?
If you're a woman and you're going through emotional abuse or any form of abuse, physical, emotional, psychological, any form of abuse, I think the best thing to do is come out. If you know your life is at stake, come out. If you're a woman and you have children, think of your children. Think of about your child going through the same thing. And think of the fact that if you die, this child is going to be out there without anybody taking care of the child. Don't think your husband is going to take care of the child. You're the mother. It's your duty. It's your duty to play that role. So leave now. There should be so. I'm on lwtz.com. Contact me. We can get help. I work with other NGOs. You can look for means to help you. So you need to come out. You need to go out there. And if you're single and you have a boyfriend that you think you love and is beating you and telling you, "Oh, I love you," you know that's the only way to show love. It's not true.
Yeah, I was going to say that because I know
It's
some
not
some
true.
some ladies say that
Yes.
they feel good when their boyfriend beats them. So I
That's
always
a lie. You're
wonder
lying to
how.
yourself. You have a very low self-esteem. That person has a low self-esteem. That person oh, has an insecurity issue. Because if you know your self-esteem is way up there, you won't let a man stop you. And we have cases where men that abuse stop. But it's when you come out, when you truly come out and you know that this is going to stop, this has to stop, I'm not going to take this anymore, you see that the man will change. But once you're hiding under the umbrella that where am I to go to? Where am I? If that guy wasn't there, won't you leave? Tell yourself that. If he wasn't there, won't you leave? There's so many men out there. You're a beautiful woman. Don't let a man tell you you're ugly. Nobody's ugly. So take care of yourself.
Okay, let me see if we have questions. Okay, okay. Okay, there's a question here. How do we draw the line between domestic issues, which is strictly a family matter, and when a third party is involved in it?
Do you draw?
How do we draw the line between when domestic issue is strictly a family matter and when a third party can be involved in it?
How do you draw a line
Yes.
between in a domestic issue where a third party is involved?
Yeah, when it's a family matter and then when a third party is involved. Yeah.
Okay. If a third party is involved, what's the third party doing? Is the third party for you or against you? That because I don't really understand that question. If you have a family, if you have a domestic case, maybe it's a couple, and there's a third party, is a third party for you or against you? If you are the one, if you are the victim, number one, you know what's good for you, you know what's best for you. If you know this thing is affecting you, this thing is gotten to a point where you can't take it anymore, move, whether there's a third party involved or not. If the third party is your child, you need to seek help, you need to leave for that child. Even if it's for you to, I think if you don't want to, if you're married, let's say the situation is about a married couple with a child, and you think you still want to keep your home, the best thing is to leave for some time. Leave for some time and breathe. Find yourself. Go somewhere to breathe. Go to your home. Travel. Do something. Move out of that situation for some time. Let that man know that you can do without him. You can survive without him. It always changes a lot. But when a man knows that you totally depend on him, it also makes them get abusive. It also causes abuse.
So final advice on men also that are being abused. Since it's not vice versa, women get abused, men get abused.
If you're a man and you're being abused by your wife,
you leave your wife and work away.
I know of a situation where the man left the wife and ran away. He left the house, he left the home. It's still the same way. You have to leave. Leave for some time. Let her know. Come out of that comfort zone. Come out of your home and go somewhere. Probably leave for some time. You go and breathe, freshen up. And when you're ready to talk, either with the both the family, your family and her family involved, sit down, let people know what's going on. Let people know you're being abused. Let it be out there and give her an ultimatum. If you are ready to stop, if you're ready to go get help, if you know you need help, if you're ready to get help, get help. But this has to stop. I'm not going to take it anymore. You can't keep living in. You're not happy.
But you know, there are some cases where the woman gets abused, and every time the husband comes to apologize, like constant.
That's what I said. You should know when there's when.
You have to draw the line.
Yeah, you have to wait to draw the line. You should know when to draw the line. You know this thing is going to the woman that was killed. She probably had been taking it. She's been taking it in, and she died. So you should know where to draw the line. If a man is hitting you with stuff, breaking bottles on your head, and you're saying you're taking it, it is love. It is love. What kind of love is that? That man, the minute you die, they move on fast. It will move on so fast you'll be shocked in your grave. So the minute you know that this is going going too far, you should move. I'm not saying you should leave your home. You can leave for some time. This man has to know that you can live without him, because it's always the case in most cases. It's always the case. And if you're doing well, and the man is using it against you, using it against you, talking down on you or beating you up and saying, "No, because you're doing better than I am." Yes, I'm doing better than you are. You have to deal with it. Let him know that. Don't feel guilty about it. There's no need to feel guilty about it. He has to get his acts together. You both need to sit down and talk about helping each other. Beating is not going to help the situation.
Okay. It's time to say thank you so much. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Thank you for everything. And
Thank you,
please
dear.
keep
Thank
us
you for
informed.
having me. And I'm definitely going to be informed. The next project you're going to be on it.
All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Nika, for
you.
coming.
Thank you
I
for having me.
appreciate.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you for everybody that left, came by. Thank you so much, and see you next week. From
Ciao,
Olichi.
ciao.
Bye.
Thank you.